Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well and dandy out there in YouTube world, uh, the Beatles land, members of the VC, vinyl community, record collectors from around the world, and anybody that likes music or the Beatles or collecting records. Today this is going to be a bit of a strange one, or something a little bit different from Beatle Dave, because it's not about the Beatles and it's not about record collecting either. It's the Rolling Stones singles 1963 to 1965. This is a CD box set and it's got 12 CD singles in it. A little bit of background information. I went to meet Sue today from work. We did a little bit of Christmas shopping, you know, the last few bits that you have to get before the dreaded weekend before the big day. And Sue says, "Oh, we'll go to my local record shop, BPM." And I thought, this is very, very strange. Sue's taking me into the record shop. And not only that, she took me for a pint afterwards as well. So we went in there. She bought some things. I bought a few things. Anthony behind the desk, he says, "Oh, Dave, you like the Rolling Stones, don't you, as well as the Beatles?" I says, "Yeah." He says, "Oh, there's just a little box set here. So this is it." He says, "Would you be interested in it?" For us, Beatle Dave being Beatle Dave goes, "I'm interested in anything as long as the price is right." I haven't ever seen many of these in the wild. I've seen them on internet selling sites and things like that. But when you come across something in the wild, it's always throws you a little bit. So he said it was up for X amount, and I goes, "Well," because I bought a few things off him, he did knock me quite a bit off. So I got this for around £25, I think it was, which isn't bad it for 12 CD singles. So this goes from Come On in 1963 up to Got Live If You Want It, which is actually a mini EP. So yeah, for £25, I didn't think this was that bad, and it is in immaculate condition. It really is. So that is the track list in there. So if you want to freeze it and zoom in, you can do. I'll leave it there for a few seconds. Lovely photo on the front. So this is from Abco, and it's from 2004. God, so this is 20 years old already. Is it 2004? Sure, that says 2004. Yeah, 2004. So I don't think this ever got a vinyl release. Maybe it should do. Yeah, so I was quite happy with this. So I thought we'd do a little video, show you what they're like. Some in picture sleeves and some aren't, which is how the original singles were released. I think some were in picture sleeves and some weren't. It's based on the British catalogue, from what I can make out. So these would originally have been on Decca Records. Really, really nice sturdy box. I know it's a box is a box, isn't it? But yeah, you do get 3 like promotional postcard things with it, photos. 1, 2, 3. And this is a fully authorized official release. It's not a bootleg. As far as I can make out, it's not a bootleg. You get a little booklet with it. The Rolling Stones singles 63 to 65. And then you get little photos and stuff in it. A bit about each song. Some snapshots of the Stones. Now, I am a big Rolling Stones fan. I really am a big Rolling Stones fan. I must admit, I do prefer the stuff from the 60s. You know, that is like the era that I collect the most, as with the Beatles and things like that, and the Small Faces and the Who. But they did go on to have some fantastic albums and singles in the 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, and they're still recording up to this day, aren't they? Yeah, I think the Rolling Stones are best when Brian Jones was still with them. But again, that is just my personal opinion, and it's because I just really love 60s music. That's a nice photo. So yeah, so would you have paid £25 for this? maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. If you don't like the Rolling Stones, you wouldn't have bought it at all, would you? So it's a bit of a daft question, really. But I didn't think, for the price, I thought this was really, really nice. The only thing is, I've since discovered there's 2 more box sets, isn't there? So I've got to get the Rolling Stones singles 1965 to 1967, and then the Rolling Stones singles 1968 to 1971, which are there. And I will try and find them just to make this box set, these sets complete. So you get a little information booklet. Now we'll go on to the CDs themselves, and they're actually made to look like mini singles, replica singles. The daft thing is, downstairs I've got some coasters, like that you can put drinks on, and they actually look identical to these. So the black on the back as well, they're not like silver on the back, which is a bit strange, isn't it? So that is Come On with I Want to Be Loved, and it is made out to look like a record, look, but only on one side. And I think all these are the same, i.e. they all look the same. And that's nice how they've done the replica Decca sleeve as well. This one's even better. That is a proper like 1960s Decca singles record sleeve. See what I mean? They're very, very strange to look at. I was thinking, are these actual CDs? But they are CDs. I can assure they are CDs. And of course, that is the plain side, isn't it? Not that. So that's I Want to Be Your Man, which of course was written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney. And the B side would have been Stoned. That is actually quite good how they've done that. Quite amazed with how they've done that. Yeah, so that is the first 2. Then the third one, just take these out. This is how many there is in total. That's empty box then. So the third one is actually an EP with You'd Better Move On, Poison Ivy, Bye Bye Johnny, and Money. And Money is the same song that the Beatles covered as well. Again, really, really nice picture sleeve, that, isn't it? And I think I've got this on a EP somewhere. So this CD replica is very, very faithful to what the thing does look like. Yeah, so it's Bye Bye Johnny, Money, You Better Move On, and Poison Ivy. I won't show every one of these because I think these are all the same now. And to be fair, I think most people will be more interested in what the picture sleeves look like. Not Fade Away, the Rolling Stones. Just say copyright 2004 Abco Records on the back of that. So on this one we have got Not Fade Away and Little by Little. There's a Rolling Stones album that had that as the cover, wasn't they? Or one very similar to that. This is wicked, this one. The Rolling Stones, It's All Over Now. Because I used to love her, but it's all over now. So you've got It's All Over Now and Good Times, Bad Times. Good times, bad times. I think for saying these are CDs, I think they've actually looked really, really well. 5x5. So again, this would originally have been an EP, extended play. So now you get If You Need Me, Empty Heart, 220 South Michigan Avenue, Confusing the Blues, and Around and Around. Well, Johnny was a rockin' diddly dee. Quite a few people did that, didn't they? So all the labels are exactly the same. It's just they've got different things written on them, obviously, because they've got different content. Yeah, I know I've got this somewhere as well, or did have. And yes, that is very, very well done, that one. Rolling Stones, tell me whether I just want to make love to you. Nice though, aren't they? You know, you either like the Rolling Stones or you don't. See, I'm in the minority in one way, because some people say you either got to like the Beatles or you've got to like the Rolling Stones. I like both. Yeah, my favourite is the Beatles. Don't get me wrong, but it's like saying in the 90s, wasn't it? You got to be an Oasis fan or a Blur fan, but you could be both, couldn't you? And then in the 80s, it was, were you a Duran Duran fan or a Spandau Ballet fan? Showing my age now, aren't I? So this is Time Is On My Side, with the B side is Congratulations, and that is the same on both sides. Then we've got one of these that just looks like it's in a record sleeve, not a company picture sleeve. Little Red Rooster and Off the Hook. They're both quite nice songs. When I first started listening to the Rolling Stones, way back when I was a lot younger than I am now, I didn't really like Little Red Rooster. I used to think it was quite a boring song, but now I do actually like it. I think it's what you'd call like a blues song, isn't it? Rhythm and blues song. You know, really, really, they were quite ahead of the time in some ways, weren't they? Beatle Dave, please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. You know, I think they got criticised in the beginning of the career because they didn't write their own songs, and then once they started writing their own songs, that's when they got really, really big, in my opinion. But I think they would have carried. I think even if they hadn't wrote their own songs, I think the Rolling Stones would have still been a fantastic band, doing a lot of covers and stuff like that. Because a lot of the covers that they did, nobody had ever heard of before. The Rolling Stones, Heart of Stone. And on the B side of that would have been What a Shame. Now, was that a single in the UK or not? I don't know. I always thought that was just an album track in the UK. So perhaps not all of these are just UK singles. Lovely. The Rolling Stones, the last time. This could be the last time. It may be the last time. I don't know. And on the B side of this is Play with Fire. Fantastic coupling of songs they are. Yeah, really, really good. Don't play with me because you're playing with fire. And then the last one is an EP. Now, in America and other parts of the world, you got this as a fully fledged LP. In the UK, we got it as a EP, extended play. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, there's 6 songs on it. So, you know, this was recorded in London, Manchester, and Liverpool, it says here. Engineer was Glyn Jones, arranged by the Rolling Stones, produced by Andrew Luke Oldham. So we've got We Want the Stones, Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, which was in the Blues Brothers, wasn't it? Rain in My Heart, Route 66, I'm Moving On, and I'm All Right. I think if you got the LP, which I think I've got down there somewhere, I think you got more of like the greatest hits on it as well, didn't you? So yeah, that is actually quite nice. So the all important question: would you have bought this? Well, if you know, like I've said before, if you're not a Rolling Stones fan, then no, you wouldn't have bought it. I actually think that was quite good value for £25. don't worry, there's going to be lots and lots and lots of Beatles content coming in the next few days, weeks, months and years. When we went to BPM today, I got this. I also got a Sex Pistols CD box set. I got a Led Zeppelin LP. I got a Small Faces LP, and I got one Beatles LP. And I did spend a small fortune. That was actually the cheapest thing I bought, I think. This. The Beatles LP was 30 something pound. I think the Small Faces one was £40. The Led Zeppelin one was around £30. And I think the Sex Pistols box set was 35, if I remember rightly. So these will all be featured over the next few weeks or months, what we've got today. So I hope you've enjoyed that. That is, excuse me, that's actually stick on there. I hope you can see okay. It's a bit dark again in the UK, for saying it's only 3:15 as I'm recording this. So whatever you're doing, please stay safe. Just something a little bit different. Like I say, don't worry, there's going to be plenty more Beatles content coming over the next few days and weeks. There's going to be something special just before Christmas. But I'm not going to say too much about that. So if you've liked the video, do me a favour. If you know, just leave me a thumbs up. That does help YouTube to promote the video and get it out to a bigger audience. If you want to leave a comment on this box set, if you've got it, you know, what does it sound like? Do you think I've got a bargain there? I think I've got a bargain. As long as I think I've got a bargain, it doesn't really matter, does it? And obviously, if you're not subscribed, just think about subscribing. It is free, doesn't cost you a penny. And like I say, whatever you're doing, please stay safe. So just a little video today. But like I say, there will be plenty more Beatles things coming, you know, in the next few days, so don't worry. So peace, love and happiness to you all, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Remember, you are the beat of Beatle Dave. See you later, folks.